It's Christmas time. Oh, hello everybody. It's me, Chris Smith, and I'm here with my mother, Betty.
Good afternoon, people.
Good afternoon, Betty. I'm wearing my WHS shirt, Betty, because I recently went to my high school reunion.
Yes.
And I don't even want to tell you what year it was, but you're going to find out. It was my 35th anniversary. Because I graduated in 1987, didn't I, Betty?
Yes.
You know, Betty and I one time faked my birth date. We said that I was born in 1975. But remember, we did a video and we told a story about how you went to see One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and then you got so upset that your water broke after Billy Bibbit got his throat slashed or
Yeah,
slashed his wrist.
that was wrong, though.
Well, we were trying to make me seem younger so that I could succeed in Hollywood. But now that I'm old, I'm going to try and get grandfather roles, even though I'm too young for them.
You're just a baby.
Even though people my age are grandfathers. You know, to prepare for my class reunion, I got out my senior yearbook, the Tug River Breeze.
I haven't even looked at that lately.
Oh, I'll show it to you later. I got out my junior yearbook, and I got out my sophomore yearbook. Sophomore, right? Because I was nervous about going. I was afraid I wouldn't know anybody. Betty, tell the people what you said when I told you that I wanted to go to a reunion. Remember?
I said, well, you never did want to go to any before. Why do you want to go now?
I said they didn't have them before. We did have a 30th, but I was working that summer in the Fringe Festival on my hit show Feet First, which is still available to see on YouTube. And it's soon to be made into a major play. We're going to do 5 different feet stories. But I digress. It's not all about my shows. It's about my reunion.
Uh-huh.
So I was
Neat.
studying the, I even got out my Chatteroy Elementary School book. This is where I went to school, everyone, back in the day. It was torn down since then. Oh, and here's Catherine Walker. We were just talking about my Chatteroy principal, Catherine Walker. Tell the story of when you first went down to the school and she had 2 children in her arm.
They were very well spoken, too. You know, I put Chris in the room and pulled the door shut.
In kindergarten.
Yeah, it was at kindergarten. Then I ran home. Well, Catherine Walker had 2 small children.
Probably both boys.
Under her arms, and they both were cussing her. And I thought it was, real strange.
Wow.
But that's what happened. They were cussing her out, and she was...
And she was a tough lady. Where am I in this? I'm going to find me for you all. Oh, okay, look at this. You're going to love it. This little child right here is me in 1st grade, and my teacher was Patsy Loftus.
Yeah. Loftus.
And Loftus, that's what I said, Patsy
I thought
Loftus.
you said Walker.
No, Miss Walker was Miss
Patsy
Walker.
Loftus.
Patsy Loftus was Patsy Loftus. Anyway, this was from a 1976 thing. And so I saw several of the kids that I started school with back in kindergarten. There were about 5 or 6 of us there still. And when I went to Williamson High School, in the 10th grade, it was almost like starting a new school. But I actually had a really good time at the reunion. Look, here's a picture of the group that I hung out with. We called ourselves the Good Group. And they put it under the headline Unique Individuals. because we were so unique. That's another word for weird. And so, oh, and let me show them my senior year thing, and then I'll tell you some things. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Look, here I am. That's me next to John Eric, and I am Christopher Smith. And my quote in the yearbook.
Let me see.
There.
Oh, yeah.
How come my nose looked like this? My yearbook quote was, "The man in the moon is the nemesis of the man in the sun. That's why they never sit together at lunch." Isn't that fun? But, you know, the reunion turned out to be very much a fun experience. It was healing. Mind you, I didn't have a lot of bad memories from high school, but it wasn't my favorite time because I really don't like school or work or going to places I don't really want to go, or getting up on Sunday mornings and going to church. And
There.
I just like to be at home. But
You're
yes,
just a homebody, aren't you?
but here's one of the pictures. Oh dear. Okay. I don't know if you can see this, viewers, but this is one of the group pictures at the pizza place the first night. And then there were other pictures of everybody gathered at the thing. And, oh, and look at this cute ornament. Marla made this. Marla Burgett, Marla Stevens. She made this ornament with our WHS. Look how clever. It's a wolf head because we were the wolf pack. And it spells out WHS. I don't know who designed that logo, but mwah, hats off to them. It's been around forever, since we were in school, definitely. And there's the W and the H and then the S, and it forms the wolf, and it has ears. Isn't that clever? And then on the back it says, Class of 87, 35th reunion, 1987 to 2022. And one of the reasons I wanted to go, I told Betty, is because I wanted to see how it all turned out. Because,
And how everybody looked.
well, you know how everybody looks pretty much from Facebook. And everybody looked really good, I thought.
Yeah.
And,
Real nice.
some of us were a little heavier and a little grayer. But it was still those people you just loved to hate back in high school, or even loved to love. And I don't think anybody was hating. And Betty, nobody was talking about politics
Oh, that's
or
very
anything
unusual.
like that.
Very good.
It was just people glad to see each other.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to find another picture for you. Oh, and look, I brought my, David Dean, who I went to school with back at Chatteroy. I think he came in the 4th grade. He bought my book, The Unfortunates by C.A. Smythe, and he brought it, and I signed it, and that was fun.
Okay.
And then some people didn't even know that I had written a book. And one girl, Angela Blevins, who played Angela Callahan in my hit soap opera Twisted Secrets that I used to write, she was there, and she said that she didn't know I'd read a book, and I said she couldn't read it because she's a good Christian girl, and I don't want her reading all those F words. You remember how many F words were in The Unfortunates. Yeah. It's not that I'm a bad person, viewers. It's just that I sometimes like to write shocking things. So there might be a little bit of sex or violence or 4-letter words.
And who guessed it shocked the most?
Who? You? I'm always probably trying to shock Betty. Hold on, viewers. I'm going to show you another picture. Oh, and 3 of our teachers were there. Miss Karen Moore, now she's Karen Reynolds, and Linda Van Meter, pictured here. I didn't get a picture with Karen Moore. I'm sad. That's Mrs. Van Meter, and here's Mrs. Glover. You all have heard about Mrs. Glover. She used to have kids go and get There she is. She's 96 now. That's Mrs. Glover.
Yeah.
She used to call herself Grandma Glover, and when she would have you go and get some coffee for her, she'd say, "Make it look like me," and you would add cream until it looked like Mrs. Glover's complexion. Isn't that cute? But we were all very sad because one of our classmates just died recently, just a few days before the reunion.
Yes.
Our friend Brian Lowe. Here he is at the 30th reunion with Lyra Van Meter. That's Mrs. Van Meter's daughter. And she's a judge now. And Brian died suddenly, and and there were many kids from our class who have died, but Brian's was so unexpected because he was away on a business
right
trip.
before your reunion, too.
Yes, and so I haven't even spoken publicly about it because I still don't know what to say. And I mean, what can you say about death, especially when you're not expecting it? And
Right.
but so we're all very sad, and I'm going to show you a picture of there was a little memoriam for the kids who are no longer with us. Here it was. So they had everybody's pictures. There's about 19 to 21 people in our class that were on the memoriam board, and it was very nice. And our friend Amber Cundiff, who lived right down the street, she died a couple of years ago, and it's very sad, and it's
Yes,
unexpected.
indeed.
You just never know.
Nope.
But so I thought it was very healing having a reunion and burying all those demons from my childhood of when people used to throw things at me and spit on me and call me
Oh, they didn't do
stupid.
that.
No. But there were some funny incidents, but I won't tell them right now. No, there weren't. But anyway, I recommend if you ever get a chance to go to your 35th reunion, you should go.
There's
Don't
not
you?
too many held, is there? 35 years
No.
like that.
Well, we didn't start until 30, so anyway, that's what happened at my class reunion. Oh, hold on, viewers. Here are some of us. Me and Hazel and Scott and Abigail and Rhonda and Lyra. And me and Andrea Thomas. And me and David, Dean, and Margie. And here's another picture of the group gathered behind our teachers. You can't tell, but you can tell how many people were there. And then the next morning we all gathered and posed in front of the school. I mean, not all of us, but a little number of us, and wore our little maroon and white shirts. And we released balloons up into the sky. You can't really tell here, but for our fallen comrades
was
in
nice.
the school. It was very emotional, I must
I
say.
know.
And so, as I was saying, if you get a chance to go to your reunion, and not just to get revenge, because there's no reason to get revenge after all those years.
No.
Just have peace and
Petty
happiness.
school children.
Okay. So anyway, from me and Betty, this has been It's Christmas Time. Betty said, this one doesn't really have anything to do with me. And I said, well, they're paying to see Chris Smith, not Betty. I'm just kidding. Okay. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.